Hello, everyone! I wish you a pleasant new day, even though when you open your window this morning, you might see a rather gray sky. A thin layer of clouds spreading across, and the sunlight seems to be shyly hiding somewhere behind those clouds. But don't worry, today will be a very mild, gentle, and quite pleasant day. Just the beginning of a slightly gloomy morning. If you're up in the highlands, such as the northern or western parts of England, you might notice a light mist covering the hills. The clouds are a bit thicker in these areas, and you might feel a few drizzles falling lightly on your car window or your shoulder. But the good news is, this won't last long. As we move toward noon and early afternoon, the clouds will gradually clear, the sky will brighten up, and we might even see those soft golden rays of sunlight peeking through. It's the kind of sunlight that makes you want to slow down a little, make yourself a cup of tea, open the window, and enjoy the fresh air of a cool day. However, not the entire country will have such smooth sailing. In the east of England, especially in coastal areas, there's still a chance of a few morning showers. These showers tend to come and go quickly, bringing with them a touch of dampness and that familiar scent of the early season. Meanwhile, in the west, from Wales to the southwest and northwest of England, we'll see some light, lingering rain throughout the afternoon. Not heavy, not stormy, just the kind of rain that makes you turn on your car's wipers or throw on a light jacket when stepping outside. But don't let that dampen your mood, because today, with southern winds blowing in, the air will be much warmer, and temperatures will continue to rise. In many areas, especially the central regions, temperatures will hold steady around 16 to 17 degrees Celsius, perfect for a walk or some outdoor work. In northeastern Scotland, the weather will be just as mild, while further south, temperatures might even reach 18 or 19 degrees. Quite impressive for this time of year. If you love the feeling of a cool but not cold day, with sunshine that's not harsh and breezes that aren't biting, then today is the perfect day for you. A touch of cloud, a few sunbeams, a bit of drizzle, all blending together into a gentle weather picture, like a soothing midweek melody. As night falls, the air will remain just as mild. However, the clouds will return, a little thicker this time. If you're in lowlands or valleys, you might see fog softly stretching across the roads, or light drizzles sweeping through around midnight. Some places might even have scattered showers, but don't worry, there's no sign of heavy rain. These are just playful, fleeting showers that stop by and then vanish. The night's weather will remain comfortable, not too damp, and without that biting chill. Temperatures will drop slightly compared to the previous night, just about 1 degree lower, but still remain above average for this time of year. In other words, if you go out tonight, you'll feel a pleasant mildness in the air, just enough to wear a light jacket without feeling cold. As we move into Friday, there's good news for those who love blue skies. The weather will be drier and brighter, especially in the northern and eastern regions. The morning might still bring a few scattered showers, but by noon and into the afternoon, the skies will clear and gentle sunlight will return, creating a lovely and refreshing scene. If you live in places like Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, or the Scottish Highlands, you're in for a pretty ideal day. Bright skies, light winds, and fresh air. It's the kind of day that makes you want to take a walk, stop by a little roadside cafe, or simply stand still and breathe deeply to take in that post-rain scent of the earth. But, as usual, the weather story is never the same everywhere. In the south and west, a new band of rain is on its way. Strong westerly winds will start to pick up, especially in the southwest, bringing a noticeable shift in the air. You might feel that strong, refreshing breeze when you're outside, a feeling both invigorating and crisp. By Friday afternoon, as the rain begins to spread from west to east, temperatures will drop slightly, the air will grow more humid, yet it will bring a natural, pleasant freshness quite different from the morning. Looking ahead to the weekend, the overall picture shows that mild weather will continue, but low-pressure systems will return, bringing more spells of wet weather to the north and west. So, areas like Scotland, Wales, and the Lake District may see more clouds, wind, and scattered showers. However, There are no signs of extreme weather, just gentle, passing rains carrying the distinctive dampness of early autumn. Meanwhile, the south and east of England seem likely to stay much drier. If you're in London, Cambridge, or Kent, there's a great chance to enjoy a dry weekend with light sunshine and gentle breezes. A walk in the park, a small picnic, or even a stroll along the River Thames, all would be wonderful in this kind of weather. In summary, we're in a transitional phase of the seasons, where rain and sunshine alternate, warmth and coolness take turns. Yet overall, the air remains mild and pleasant. If you love that in-between feeling, when a light jacket is just enough, when a soft breeze rustles the leaves, and when the sky changes color hour by hour, then this is truly the perfect time to savor the full beauty of England's nature. Today, tomorrow, and through the weekend. Even with a few showers and sudden gusts of wind, all of it only makes the weather's picture more vivid. So don't hesitate to go out, don't let the rain stop your smile, because behind those clouds, there are always rays of sunshine waiting to appear. Hello everyone! And you know what? The atmosphere out there is just so mild and pleasant, as if nature is giving us a little break between the wild swings of the season. But don't be fooled, because the 10-day weather trend, yes, I'm serious, won't be as gentle as you might think. If the weather were a movie, we'd be right at that calm moment before the drama explodes. Yes, it all starts with our friend, the jet stream, currently twisting and turning in wavy patterns over the Atlantic Ocean. You can imagine it as a river in the sky, swirling, carving out low-pressure troughs, spinning air masses, and even stretching a massive dip all the way down to the Iberian Peninsula. Yep, where Spain and Portugal are. But guess what? In the coming days, this trough will be compressed, cut off, leaving a low-pressure system stuck in the south, drifting slowly toward the UK as the weekend approaches. And then, it's déjà vu all over again. Another trough, another swirl, as if nature just hit copy and paste. As we move into early next week, a broader trough will sit out over the Atlantic, a sign that the jet stream is weakening. That means weather systems will move painfully slowly, and yes, those rainy, damp, gloomy days might hang around longer than you'd like. Two atmospheric forces are about to clash. Low pressure to the west, bringing rain, wind, and damp air. High pressure to the east, trying to push back, keeping some regions drier. The result? A spectacular tug-of-war above the skies of Britain. And depending on where you live, the picture will look totally different. Sun here, showers there. Warm here, cool there. The classic British weather chaos. But first, the good news. Over the next few days, we're still enjoying that southern airflow, bringing warmth. Temperatures will rise well above average, around 15, 16, even 17 degrees Celsius. For November, that's basically a weather bonus. When Friday rolls in, weather fronts will start to arrive, bringing showers and shifting winds. Goodbye, gentle southern breeze, and hello, westerly winds from the Atlantic. But hey, don't worry, the west wind isn't cold. It still carries mild, moist air, so temperatures will only drop slightly by 3 to 4 degrees, still above mid-November averages. In short, it'll cool down a bit, but nothing chilly. Exactly. If you're in Western Scotland, Northern Ireland, or Wales, brace yourself for showers on Saturday. Then on Sunday, a new rain band will creep in from the west, like a water snake sliding across the weather map. However, the exact timing of this rain is still a big question mark. If the front slows down, heavier rain could linger in parts of the west. Meanwhile, central and eastern England could stay mostly dry, maybe even catch a few gentle rays of sunshine on Sunday. Here's the big picture. Western Scotland, North Wales, and northwest England expect the heaviest rain. Central and eastern areas, drier and milder. This east-west weather divide will last through the weekend, and could even carry into early next week. Then, as we step into the new week, the winds shift, and the low pressure returns to the stage. By Monday, the pressure pattern shows low pressure in the west and high pressure in the east, creating a southerly or southeasterly airflow. The result? Still mild, not cold, just a bit more humid. However, rainfall in the west will be above normal, especially on Monday. By Tuesday, the villain, that low-pressure system, seems to strengthen, inch closer, and start pulling in a touch of easterly wind. Will it get cold? Answer, not yet. Because the North Sea and nearby European landmass aren't cold enough to bring a real chill. Temperatures will only slip back toward average. No sign of any real cold snap. Looking farther ahead, the pressure maps begin to change color. This weekend, warm orange-red tones, representing high pressure, spread across Scandinavia and northern Europe. But as we head into next week, that deep red will dominate the north of the UK. Sounds like dry weather, right? Wrong, because while the north stabilizes, a new low-pressure zone in the southwest will wake up, bringing thicker clouds and heavier rain for the south and west. This marks the turning point of next week. The UK weather will shift from an east-west split to a north-south contrast. As the southwest low takes over, we'll see rain pushing up from the south, winds changing direction, and humidity levels climbing. Whether it's a southern or eastern wind, it still won't be cold, just a little damp. Temperatures will hover near average, so no worries about shivering through next week. With a weakening jet stream, everything slows down. Rain, clouds, even sunshine drift lazily across the skies, giving us those in-between days. Not bad, not great, just British. So, to wrap it all up, mild start to the week, slightly cooler toward the weekend. More rain in the west and south, central and eastern parts stay pleasantly dry. Winds shifting from south to west to east, but all gentle, not cold. A sluggish jet stream keeps the weather hanging around longer than we'd like. So, if you're planning your weekend, if you're in eastern or southeastern England, you might still get some dry, comfy weather, perfect for a park stroll or picnic. But if you're out west or up in Scotland, grab your raincoat because those low-pressure guests are on their way. And as always, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to Mr. Teen, and tap that notification bell so you never miss our fresh, fun, and super clear daily updates. The weather might change fast, but our info is always hot, accurate, and easy to digest. See you all in the next report, when we'll find out whether next week brings more rain, more wind, or maybe a surprise from above. Take care, stay warm, and keep those positive vibes flowing.